I'm going to tell you something about boating. I think I've said this before, you wake up in the morning with a plan, something you're going to do, and then it's all change. So I was at Hawkesbury Junction on Friday. What are you doing up there? Come on. I was at Hawkesbury Junction on Friday, and I got the equivalent of the AA to come out and have a look at the boat because the batteries weren't charging. And it turns out that my alternator is buggered. That was Friday. Today is Sunday, and I am somewhat today is Sunday, and I had to turn around at Hawkesbury Junction and head back because just around the corner is a marina called Springwood Haven, who last October they organised me a new alternator which has now broken, so it's under warranty. So I haven't been able to really go anywhere, and to charge the batteries I've had to run the generator because there's not really been any sun to speak of. A little bit, but not much. So basically boating is be prepared for all change, because nothing ever seems to work out the way that you plan. But you just have to go with the flow, pardon the pun. So tomorrow morning, hopefully, I'll arrive at Springwood Haven. They'll whip the alternator out, hopefully put a new one in, and then I'll be away again. But it's not going to work out like that. There's going to be several days there, I'm sure. But it is what it is. The fridge is full. It's not a bad place. I had a good look around in these woods yesterday. It doesn't look very deep, but it does actually go way back and along and around. So it's not all doom and gloom, just not what I'd planned. Hopefully I'll have a better update for you tomorrow, which will be in a few minutes. See ya. We limped into Springwood Haven this morning, and I had to strip the alternator off, and it's gone off to the doctor's to see if it can be fixed. If it can, then all well and good. I'll try and put it back on again. No guarantees. And then away we go. That could be today, it could be tomorrow, some other time. In the meantime, there's some jet washing going on, and there's well, that's more jet washing going on, proper jet washing. That boat there is being blasted, ready for blacking, and the boat next to me is my gay friend Darren, who's decided to get his bottom blacked. I think it's his first time. This is day 3 at Springwood Haven. Got here first thing Monday. It's Wednesday morning. I am hopeful of getting my alternator returned sometime today. It turns out that when they did their investigation on it, a certain element that burnt out on it was caused by an electrical fault on the starter system, which would explain why the ignition light was flickering last few days, would explain why turn the ignition off and the engine would continue to run for a few minutes. So although all being well, I'll get the alternator back today, doesn't necessarily mean that the problem's gone away. And I don't want to set off and then burn out another alternator. So they do have, they reckon, a chap here who can take a look at it. I don't know if he's a marine electrician, or I'm not sure about anything at the moment, other than I need to get out of here. It's quite pleasant, nice place, but I'm down right beside the polytunnel there, where in the first polytunnel there's a guy rubbing down a boat for repaint, which is fine. Got Radio 2 playing all day, that's fine. And then there's another polytunnel, and then in the gap there's a boat being sandblasted to be blacked, so that's kind of ongoing. And then the neighbours on the other side of me, well, they're just noisy, banging and clanking and singing. I don't know why they think they should be so happy. So yeah, I'd like to get out as soon as possible. Now, to get slightly technical, I have 2 alternators. One alternator powers the starter battery to make sure that I can start, even though, you know, the other batteries might not be any good, and that alternator's working fine. The other alternator powers or recharges the leisure batteries. I'm pretty sure, although I've just got to dot the I's, I'm pretty sure I can cruise with that alternator not connected up or even not functioning, so I maybe could disconnect it altogether to get somewhere where there is a marine electrician. I can charge the leisure batteries with solar, and it's a sunny day today and yesterday, and currently on shoreline, or using the generator. So it's a bit of a faff, and I don't like to go anywhere where if it's not working 100%. But it might have to be if they can't get it sorted out here. I'll let you know in a minute, which will be a few hours or the next day here in my time. Fingers crossed, eh? Well, there's not much in the way of cruising going on this vlog. Left Springwood Haven yesterday, having fitted the alternator back on the day before. I was waiting for an electrician to check out the ignition area where the fault to the alternator originated, but that didn't yield anything. So I'd just come down to Manchetta, back down to Battle of Bodicea area, just to sort of test it out and make sure the light doesn't start flickering, etc. I'm going to be getting some work done on the boat next month in July at a place that's more comprehensive, has more specialists, and I'm more confident with getting them to do things. More about that later. For now, it's all fingers crossed. Make sure the alternator doesn't burn out again. Well, the diodes, to get technical. I don't know what it means. You can pause here if you want to read that. Oh, big stretch, Alfie. Big stretch, eh? Big stretch, yeah. Go on, off you go. Go on, go on. Go on. Where's it? Gussie, look. Go on. Fetch it. So I'm meeting some friends at the Anchor pub, which is about a mile back in the direction that I've come from. So this is a winding hole. This is specifically built for turning long boats around. It's called winding, not winding. It's called winding because if the wind's blowing in the right direction, you can get the wind to help you turn around. So I shall be coming from there along the side of the bank and then swinging over to point the nose over that far side, and then the wind is actually blowing kind of that sort of direction, so that will probably blow us back round nose first, and we can head off to the pub, but that's later. We're just coming from the other direction, and I noticed a boat right across the middle. Looks like it's come unpinned. Let's see if we can fix it. Just tell the boat coming to stop. Yeah, it's come adrift. So the nappy pins I don't really like using. They just slide in between the metal on the side. It's lovely. We'll get traffic moving again in a minute. That one's on. Look over at the front. Yeah, ropes dangling with a nappy pin on that, and an impatient boater wanting to come past. Just stretch it so the rope at the back's nice and taut. And then I can drop this one down. There we go. Down. there. Oh, get in. No, the one before it. So I'll just tighten it up a bit, I think. Okay, so nice and tight. If you're going to use these what we call nappy pins, they just go down and hook underneath. If they go slack and a boat comes past, even moderately, it can whip them out. So hopefully they'll come home and find their boat exactly where they left it. Hope so. The boat that went adrift actually come out of this spot here, but I'm not pulling her all the way up here. They'll have to do it when they get back. So get back to my boat and hopefully it'll still be there. I just tied it up with a centre line with Alfie in charge. Are you going far? France?
We'll find out when we get there.
That's the way to do it.